Are you ready for the first Revuto Live AMA session on our YouTube channel? Prepare your questions and join us to ask the team anything you want to know. Friday, September 17th, 3 p.m. UTC.
We're good to go. Hi everybody, my name is Vedran, I'm CEO of Revuto. Welcome to the first live Ask Me Anything event. Ladies first, Jos.
Hello everyone, my name is Josipa, I'm co-founder at Revuto. Thank you all for joining us, as Vedran said, on our first ever live AMA event. We want this event to be really casual, but also we want to answer any questions you might have. So from anyone who's from our different channels such as Telegram or Twitter, we would ask you to join us here on the stream on YouTube and ask any questions you might have on the comments. Vedran will be moderating. We'll be reading each and every question. Yes, or we'll be picking. Vedran will be choosing which questions are most interesting. We'll try to cover as much as possible. And yeah, that's mostly it. Maybe we can ask our colleagues to introduce themselves as well.
Yep, please.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is Kristijan. I am the blockchain solution specialist for Revuto, working currently on a wallet setup and all the stuff we need to prepare before the listings.
And when it comes to listings?
Yeah, my name is Filip. You also know me as Listing King. I'm the guy who is behind business development and partnerships. So also the one who is in charge with Vedran for the listings on exchanges. So
Okay.
yeah, I believe there will be a lot of questions about it, but let's have one step at a time.
Okay. So yes, we're gonna try to answer most of the questions that you're gonna ask in next 2 hours, I guess.
Yep.
You may ask why we have here a shoe. So a few days ago I had a birthday, and this is actually my birthday gift, and it's really awesome because on this shoe it says it's a Jordan shoe, but it also has a Revuto.
To the moon.
Revuto sign, and it says here Revuto to the moon. This is really awesome.
Because
So,
that's
and-
exactly where Revuto is going.
yeah. So, but I'm gonna use it as a
As a mic holder.
Mic holder. Yeah. Okay. So should we start? We're gonna start with answering some questions, but regarding a listing, because everybody is really keen to know what is going on. We're gonna leave that for the end. Huh?
For the later?
For the later.
For later?
Yes.
Okay.
For later. To keep them.
Yeah.
Keep suspense. Okay, so also I'm gonna advise you actually to switch from Telegram to YouTube Live to actually use the chat to ask questions. So, okay, what about the listings? What about the listings? Will exchanges? When are exchanges coming? No, nothing about that. Before I pick something, let's talk a bit about what's going on with the Revuto app and how we planning to integrate the Revuto, actually Cardano wallet into Revuto app.
Okay, so we started the journey with a non-custodial wallet type, and while the team was working on the native applications and using only the native software, we decided to move from non-custodial story because current libraries were not so much prepared to work with Swift and Kotlin languages used for iOS and Android, and we moved whole infrastructure to the custodial, where we emphasize that from the user perspective, we will offer something like no fees for internal transfer. We are working so much on security.
Yeah, that's actually really important to understand, because we have a referral program, and we have also those incentives through the cashback and everything. So it would not be possible actually to make real. Well, it would be, but it would be very expensive to make those like small transactions and to send REVU tokens to everybody.
Yes, that's correct. So that's why there is that's another amazing thing to do with the custodial. But at the end, for all those who will like to keep the coins for tokens for themselves, they will be able to withdraw to their wallets in Daedalus or whatever software they are using for it. The main thing about the wallet and custodial thing is for the newcomers who are new to crypto, is that you will have an institution, Revuto, behind, who will manage to your keys and everything, and on that way you will not be able to lose any tokens. On the other side, we did so much investigation on all the stuff which we need to do with the Cardano libraries to use it in the most native way. For example, Cardano is using Haskell programming language, which is quite different from any other language, like the Cardano itself from any other blockchain. So the thing is that we want really to optimize and make it the best possible way. And we strongly believe that in a custodial wallet types, it's not so much about technology. It's more about the procedures which will keep you guys safe and us in the Revuto team from any outside attacks or security vulnerabilities. And we are going to do something strong about security with strong security audits, with OWASP security guides, and take care about everything. So
yeah,
that's current status about the wallet itself.
Yeah, thank you for explaining that. Usually the question that we are getting is, especially my Ask Me Anything events on Telegram, is why we chose Cardano. So usually what I answer is that Cardano is very secure. It's a third generation blockchain, which is very secure, and it offers very cheap and fast transactions. Still, there are some fees. So with this custodial wallet, we're going to avoid those fees, especially when sending you rewards in REVU tokens, which you're going to later be able to use to pay for those subscriptions, but not only for those things, because we're going to also introduce some awesome things how you can actually make your money work for you, and later on to eventually pay subscriptions with those funds. But we're going to open liquidity pools, investment pool. We recently introduced our fund because everybody wants to know, when we're gonna introduce micro lending, when we're gonna introduce DeFi setups and everything. So it's not easy to do all of those things by ourselves. So we said, why wouldn't we actually find a project that can help us build those things and partner with them and help them also by using also the power of our community, which is really awesome. And thank you for that, by the way. It's really amazing what you do for us, and every day we laugh about it because we are reading all those messages and everything. So it's really crazy. It's been crazy. It's a wild ride. And then we want to help them to also launch their projects, to launch their tokens possibly, invest in them, and help the whole Cardano community to explode. One of the reasons why we chose Cardano it was also because of the opportunity to be among the first ones who are going to have a working project and business on the Cardano network. Luckily, we said, for that main use case, to be able to top up our virtual debit cards with Revuto smart contracts are not necessary, but for all other things they are, especially DeFi setups, and that's why we introduced that Air Fund. Josipa can tell a bit more about that. To help those guys help us, and eventually to help all ecosystem to grow.
Absolutely. So I can tell a bit more about the R Fund in case someone missed all of our major announcements. So basically what we want to do is we have announced our R Fund, which is a 2 million fund with the aim of being your first financing source prior to your ICO event. So the reason why we did that is because we were exactly in that position. We know how challenging and how time and just money consuming preparing an ICO event is. We know how much you have to, have all of your ducks in a row. So essentially what we do with the R Fund is we get to be your first pre-ICO ticket. And also we'll be announcing a range of other products that will be helping you to have the best possible ICO. So the grand vision is we really offer you funds. We also offer you technical support so that you have a platform where you can launch your ICO, but you also have the support of our really incredible community. So these are the people that are watching this, asking the questions, all of you in Telegram and on Twitter. And you can only imagine what a difference it makes to have that kind of a starting point versus doing it all from scratch, which is exactly what we had to, exactly.
It was really, it was stressful. We didn't sleep at all.
Yes,
we had so many problems to solve.
We still don't sleep.
We still don't sleep much
because of those questions. When?
Exactly.
When Binance?
Yes. It was a bunch of firsts, and the reason why we set up the R Fund is because we want you not to go through these things alone. We already went through them. Yeah. We know what are the best solutions. We know how to best deal with it, and we'll be here to actually position Revuto as the biggest builder community on Cardano. So we really want to focus a lot of not only business activities and partnerships, which we'll talk about probably later, but also a lot of developer activity around our ecosystem. And we want Revuto to be, really the biggest community of builders and people who want to do stuff in the Cardano ecosystem.
Yeah, that's actually a big vision. That's like a great vision of all, because although we have our business case, which is really awesome, and we can do so amazing things with it, but still, because this ecosystem is young and ready to explode just recently, smart contracts, that Alonso hard fork happened, and smart contracts are finally ready on the mainnet, but still it's going to take some time. This is also that some of you don't understand. Smart contracts are on the mainnet, but still all functionalities are not yet there to be able to build complex DeFi setups. So it's going to still take some time to do that, and eventually that's going to happen, but not before next year, maybe even like later next year. So yeah. Yeah, it's not up to us, but we're gonna do everything that we can to actually help others and to build those amazing products on Cardano. But also we're gonna introduce those DeFi setups within our app as well, and with your help, of course. And that's in return you're gonna get awesome opportunity to earn additional profits or like REVU tokens, I would say. Through helping those projects, staking your ADA in investment pools.
Exactly.
There's a question. Should we buy a different token for a Launchpad?
Different token for?
Yeah, basically you'll have to buy the REVU token, which will you stake in the pool.
Stake in the investment pool. Yeah, the fund is set up to have $1 million that we're gonna invest by ourselves, and then the other pool is gonna be open for our investors to put their REVU tokens in that pool and earn yield. So what for now we imagine that to offer at least 10% annual yield, up to 30%, and percentage is gonna actually depend on the success of our investments. So, but at least we're gonna secure minimum of 10%, and this is something that we are taking a risk because we may be choosing wrong,
No,
bad,
we're
and
not.
make
We have professionals who's working on it. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but as you know, we have a good position and everything. We believe that we can go up to 30%. I wouldn't say easily, but it's a good opportunity for that. And also, what I want to add, because there are some investors who already have their REVU locked, so we're gonna offer them as well opportunity to just like stake their REVU tokens, although they are locked up investing schedule. So private investors and early bird tier 1 investors are going to also be able to put their REVU tokens before lockup period ends in that investing pool.
Yeah, I think, that's an excellent point. There was one question interesting about subscriptions, so maybe we can answer that. So basically, I think Roberto asked a question that for the moment we're limited, yes, exactly, to subscriptions, limiting only to online subscriptions can be a limit. What intrigues me is the possibility of paying your utilities. So for example, electricity through Revuto.
Awesome question.
Yes, exactly. Do you plan to integrate it, and what's the timing? So I'll give a high-level answer and then I'll let Vedran explain it a bit briefly. So one of the reasons...
You're revealing our plans.
Yes, exactly. Roberto, who are you? Are you an insider?
Don't go there yet.
So essentially, a bit of a backdrop about subscriptions. The interesting thing is that all companies, both big and small, public and private, are now turning to the subscription-based business model. And they're doing it because it's more casual and it's more financially easier for young consumers, but also for the businesses. It gives them a much better valuation. So our first stop are really...
there are some other reasons. I'm going to talk about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll touch upon that as well. But subscriptions in general, the reason why they're so interesting is because they're prepaid, especially for virtual goods that we're attracting initially. So prepaid means that you're paying for a month in advance, which essentially means that there's no so-called contractual obligation. For example, you pay today for Netflix for consuming the services of Netflix in the month that is about to begin. For utilities, it's slightly different, but having that said, utilities are the single biggest subscription market in the world, which for us, being our vision to revolutionize the subscription economy, you can imagine that we do have plans for utilities, which again are the biggest subscription market. It's just a matter of where it is on our roadmap. It's quite it's a tricky thing to talk about timing, because there's a lot of moving parts, especially, for example, as we have different dependencies. One of them, for example, on the DeFi side being smart contracts. So other people's timelines affect us as well, which is a good thing and also sometimes a tricky thing when it comes to giving a specific deadline. But we definitely do have that on our roadmap. Yeah, that's
on our roadmap. Yeah. But I just want to quickly explain what's the difference, because we want to cover those recurring expenses or charges, how we call them. But with subscriptions, we are dealing with those who are upfront subscriptions. So you pay them prepaid subscriptions. You pay them upfront. With utilities, it's a bit different because you pay after the month. So technically, we can solve it, but it's we need to change some things, adjust some things. But it would be really cool to actually be able to put your money work for you through the crypto and DeFi services and actually pay for those expenses less than you would pay them with your fiat money. But regarding the subscriptions, why all businesses are leaning towards this subscription business model, because they're counting on our, we tend to forget about things. So, for instance, free trials are big business. We call them free trial traps, because when they offer you a free trial, try something for free, but it's never for free. Somebody has to pay it always in the end. So you opt for free trial, then you forget to unsubscribe in 7 days or 1 month, and I'm like that. So I'm paying for all those like free things twice. So with Revuto, what is going to happen? Actually, you're going to be able to, for the first time, be free from free trials, because you're gonna be able to use Revuto virtual debit cards, to use them to subscribe for those free trials. So, and even when you're gonna forget to unsubscribe on time, you're not gonna be charged for that. So we're gonna protect you. That's just one part of equation. But then also then they can easily move the price up, and you don't know about it because you pre-authorized your credit or debit card with the service providers, and they're able to take your money whenever they please to until you unsubscribe. Sometimes it's really hard to unsubscribe because they do it on purpose. They hide those unsubscribe features. For instance, Netflix is a great example because you can subscribe easily via smart TV, set-top box, or all different devices. But if you want to unsubscribe, then you need to go to their webpage and find it, and they hide it pretty well. And also, what we are doing, you know, we have all, at least I have, like, different debit or credit cards, and I use them to subscribe with those services. And then I forget with what I subscribe, you know, when I'm paying, how much I'm paying, to who I'm paying for. So when you add all those expenses on a paper, it's really a decent amount of money. And soon, because we know the numbers, subscription economy is growing 100% year over year. Soon you're going to be buying everything on subscription, even hardware. You are buying it even now because some
Correct.
of those devices,
Cars,
cars,
wearables,
come on,
your insurance is on subscriptions. Apparently Airbnb has a plan to make even your apartments, which is kind of a rent, on a subscription-based type of model that's going through Airbnb. So essentially subscriptions are eating the financial world, and we want to be at the center, and we essentially want to change your personal hygiene so that you never leave your kind of main card with a service. You leave our virtual debit card to be protected.
I see there's a lot of questions. Greetings to King. Yeah, questions. Greetings, Revutonians.
Again,
I saw it there. People are asking when are they going to be able to pay the subscriptions with Revuto, and I saw it a few times over there. Would you answer, or
yeah, I'm gonna answer. No, I'm gonna answer that. So now the first thing is to actually introduce a crypto wallet within our app, which is gonna follow with the listings, and this is something that we need to explain. Those two events needs to come together because Revuto cannot be listed on exchanges before we introduce crypto wallet within our app, because then there's not going to be liquidity or any traffic on those exchanges because we didn't release any tokens into supply. So we are working on that to match those two events together. Also, from the technical standpoint, those exchanges need to integrate support. Yeah, they need time for integration of Cardano native asset because this is something now that's happening and they didn't do it before. Yeah, and then after that we're gonna do next app update with those virtual debit cards, and that should happen somewhere in November. We are already working, so we are working on all those things. We've been working on all of those things even before a token sale. So don't think that we just started to work on our app just recently. But it's a lot of things to do at once. We partnered with few banking providers and card issuing providers. We are working on that to support not only people from Europe but globally, because yeah, that depends on our card issuing provider. And yeah, so November is the date.
Yeah,
Big date.
I would say that in general, there's the crypto part of the business, and there's also the fintech part of the business. What we are perfectly aware is that there'll be consumers that don't even know what a REVU token is, that will purely just want to manage their subscriptions. And to those consumers, we may be the first point of contact for crypto in general. So we'll be both educating those customers and introducing them to a new form of payment. So we have these two segments of the business, which sometimes overlap, but there will be individual pools of users that, for example, are primarily interested in REVU and paying subscriptions with crypto, and there'll also be a separate pool of users that just want to use our virtual debit card feature, and sometimes they won't overlap at all. I think there was a, just to refer, I think there was one question about security. Yes, so maybe to give Kristijan a chance to explain that a little bit.
He couldn't wait.
Yeah, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for it because I saw actually two questions. One was about the security, and the other one was about how we do the research and R&D process and how we understand the technology. So our R&D process is really comprehensive. What we do, what we did. Firstly, we mapped all the technology which is completely used by Cardano and which is official by Cardano, actually input-output HQ. And after that, what we did, because Cardano announced something different. What you guys need to understand, in crypto, you have some standards called BIPs, BIP. And the most of them were BIP 32 or BIP 44, which requires some special, which requires one type of cryptography. But what Cardano announced and what Cardano used is another standard, which used completely different cryptographic curve. And what we did actually, we read the whole research paper and do the whole math behind it so that we can understand what libraries we can use.
He did it.
I actually did that for the 3 weeks of my life. Went to the cryptography. Yeah, but at the end, I now completely understand even which byte we need to tweak if we want to create proper private and public key pair. So the thing about that and how we do it, it's not so let's say it's not so different than the other projects which we are doing. It's just much more sensitive. And in the manner of the security, what I want to say, it's not about how strong password you will make. You know, you guys are using email and password in like 99% of the applications. But what matters is the procedures, and those procedures must be decentralized, like using the multi-signature, like using 2 or 3 layers of wallet architecture, using vaults or HSM, which is hardware security module, or using, for example, offline operations for withdrawal. Multiple 2-factor authentication and approvals. That's all what we are going to implement, so that we might.
That was the question. We need more security for app. So yeah, 2-factor authentication is going to come.
2FA is coming. 2FA is coming. What we did, we analyzed we analyzed also the most important applications on the market at the moment. And we got the whole idea what we can get from which one and make it even better and optimize the process for it. So for example, one great thing which we are going to do is like distinguish the deposit and withdraw wallet. Withdraw wallet will have like hot and cold storage, and we also are investigating something what is new in the crypto community. It's called multi-party computation, where you can even use private permission blockchains to
He's hot.
Yeah, I am on fire. Where you can use multi-party computation with private permission blockchains like Hyperledger, and my team is really experienced in that. We have like 10 plus projects already done with it. So trust me, we are doing everything to make the application so secured and to avoid any possible attack vectors. And also for anyone who is developer there, you can check the OWASP security guide, which is open source cheat sheet for the security in any kind of computational architecture.
No, so just but okay, Glibo is the main man, but there are more than 30 people already working for Revuto, and our team is really growing exponentially. So we have a nice comment here. Use that shoes when we are on the moon. We're gonna use them for sure. Be sure about that.
Just answer Arturo, please.
So, where is our 10% stake? It's been 4 months. So I'm not sure about what that exactly is, because for those who gonna get 10%, everybody's getting actually the 10%, but 10% yield per year is for private investors and for early bird tier 1 investors, and then everybody's gonna get their yield. The thing is that it says 4 months. Yeah, we said that a lockup period is going to be 3 months, and then we're going to have a release period. The thing is that our token sale, first of all, was done before June, and we didn't anticipate that because we sold out everything in minutes. Even the plan was actually to run it through the June as well, but it was everything happened so quick, and we were overwhelmed with the response from the community. Then we immediately started to work on an app, and it was not possible actually to do everything in such a short span of time. After we did all the testing for the app and everything, and although this app seems to be very, very simple and everything, it's not. Even now with the KYC procedure, with integration, because we are picking which users we are channeling towards our bank issuer and card issuer, because in the backend we are opening for each of you who are now from Europe bank account to be able to issue a virtual debit card. So yeah, we already communicated that we are a bit behind the schedule, maybe 1 month. But that's it, and we're not gonna prolong it now with the listings. We're gonna be still 1 month behind the roadmap, but yeah. So we are doing everything that we can regarding that.
There's also another question about programming, about the Haskell and everything.
Haskell.
So, yeah, so we do not, at the moment, we do not need Haskell developer, because Cardano is completely responsible to list stable, tested versions of the Haskell compiled binaries, which you can which you can find on GitHub. Just search for Cardano wallet, and there are already pre-compiled binaries for the Linux, Windows, or macOS, and they have comprehensive checks where it will no go. You will receive no go if all the tests are not used properly, and if they didn't pass the test. So that's why we actually wanted to use them, because with that we are removing any kind of dependencies. If we are going to use, for example, a JavaScript libraries for a native wallet in JavaScript, we remove that, and we are using the strict Haskell compiled binaries. If there is a need to contact guys from Cardano, I think we can reach them easily, because development community in Cardano is really open to any type of questions and resolving the issues.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you.
Okay. So, question.
Can we just answer to Arturo, please?
Arturo is...
Yeah, he posted maybe around 18
Arturo
questions.
from Casa de Papel.
Arturo, we see you.
He's asking about
you.
Yeah.
You are seen.
Yes, we saw you just waiting for the right time. Yeah, about the minimum amount we have to everyone have to deposit to participate.
Yeah, and we have an interesting...
Yeah, there is no minimum.
Just to say, there was a question about what is the difference between us and Ocam.fi and the other. So we have a very strong stance on that, and Vedran will explain what are the different launchpads and how are we kind of differentiated compared to them.
Okay. So first of all, I don't want to be against anybody who is actually trying to help Cardano ecosystem to explode or grow or anything like that. But we chose the different path because we believe that's the right path. So first of all, even when we did our ICO, we knew that it would be much easier for us to do IDO and to use some kind of launchpad with already good support of from investors and everything, and launch our token there. But then we would have to actually do mint ERC20 token on Ethereum, not Cardano native token. And we said, so if we want to be a Cardano project, we want to be also a Cardano native token. So we knew that then afterwards we gonna have to actually find exchanges. They're gonna list us, because if you do IDO, then you go, that's like initial decentralized exchange offering. Immediately afterwards, you can offer your token on DEXs, and people can trade token immediately. With us, it's different thing, because we need to partner with those exchanges, centralized, big ones, and then integrate Cardano native asset and list that asset on exchanges. So, but still, they chose easier way. We chose
the hard way,
harder
the right way.
but the right way. Exactly.
True to the Cardano community, because we
Yes.
really want to be a native asset and not an ERC20 token.
And then what happened also, so if you're launching ERC20 token, then it's easy because there's so many launchpads already available.
Because everything is created and for ERC20.
Yeah, unfortunately, CardStarter also, they have a launchpad, but they're launching ERC20 tokens. So that's no different than any Ethereum launchpad, basically. What we had to do is also to build our own token sale platform to be able to receive Cardano for REVU, and that was tough because it's quite different setup. Nobody did it before, and we now want to use that setup to offer other Cardano projects that they want to launch Cardano native token, not ERC20 token, to launch it on our platform, on our technology.
The same was with the NFT platform?
Exactly.
And the same will be with native Cardano wallet, the first one native.
Yeah.
Wallet.
So this is everything that I actually want to tell about that topic, because we could talk about it.
And we also have to say we will have some official announcements. So you'll be seeing some proper press releases coming out of Revuto's PR department soon. So we'll have more official news on exactly what are the different launch pads, what is the difference between kind of our Revuto's philosophy and everyone else's on the market, and why we think we really want to grow and support true Cardano believers. But more on that will be in the coming days and weeks.
For sure, because for me it doesn't make any sense to push Cardano projects on Ethereum network.
But yeah, they're asking if there will be ERC20 bridge.
Yeah, when we're talking about that, so for me it makes sense also to make that bridge possible for bridging Cardano native assets to Ethereum network, to actually find liquidity for them, and possibly to exchange those tokens on those really hot decentralized exchanges like Uniswap and 1inch, not other way around, because if you're bringing ERC20 tokens on Cardano network and there is no decentralized exchange
Make no sense.
available yet, so there is no liquidity, so you cannot do.
Yeah, and we will definitely wait for SEC to stop investigating Uniswap. And one thing I forgot the name, but he's constantly asking the things about Haskell language. So just to answer you, yes, the guys from Yoroi, they use compiled Haskell libraries, but what you need to understand, it's completely React native, which is then compiled to be used on iOS and Android. For us, it's no-go, because we are using native languages like Swift and Kotlin. And also, once when you compile it, it's not something where you will have other things like Shili address provider, etc. What needs to be done for HADE derivations. All that relies on other JavaScript libraries, and the more dependencies you have, the more possibilities for vulnerabilities.
And some of those are using also a web view within
Yes.
the app, so we are not doing that because it's
Yes.
we think it's a security
Haskell,
issue.
yeah, that's Haskell. So we are completely using binaries which are just compiled Haskell code, and that's something what I want to use, and I think that's the best possible approach at the moment. If we get something like that for future, where we will be able to incorporate it in Swift language and Kotlin, I'm glad to allow users to create and import their non-custodial wallets. But for now, I think it's time to avoid it at the moment.
Yeah, and
At least from our perspective.
Yeah, and I believe that you said that IOHK is also working on SDK for the
In some unofficial conversation with the developer from working on Daedalus, we mentioned that they will put that on the roadmap. So when that comes, I'm keen to implement it in native language.
Okay, once again, to make it really short and quick, so when will you unlock our REVU tokens? So once when we introduce Cardano wallet within our app, and when the REVU token is going to be listed on the exchanges, then that's the time when you're going to actually see your REVU token on the blockchain. Sorry?
Yeah, and just to, while the guys are talking, just to say hello to our German community, to our community in Argentina. We have here in the back, maybe he'll join us later, Dino, our international community.
Come on here, come. Guys,
come Dino.
Show your faces.
And say hello to,
Hey.
Greetings from Argentina, greetings from Germany. This is your guy.
Dino is responsible for all hustle behind those Telegram groups.
Hello everybody, my name is Dino, I'm International
Come here.
Community
Dino.
Manager. Happy to see you all here on our live YouTube AMA, and if you have any questions, please ask our listing king. I will be here in the background, and also Jos, here you go.
Andro, come here, show
Thank
your
you.
face. He's afraid
We also
of
have
cameras.
Andro.
Hello, my name is Sandro. I'm the main admin on the general discussion group, and usually I moderate the answers that the guys are giving you. See you.
So you're the one behind all of this.
So please don't make our Andro angry. Please behave. We see a lot of comments that are not in English. So if we can kindly ask those questions to, you can
Put it in translator.
Yes, put it into Google Translate so that we can understand what your question is. Greetings from Turkey. Greetings to Turkey. From Zagreb.
You're awesome.
I saw one question in Turkish, and there was CoinMarketCap. So
Yes,
I
yeah,
believe
there
you
was a
have question about it.
CoinMarketCap,
I
yeah.
don't know which one it is, but as you saw, we are in. It's just a preview now on the CoinGecko. We are going to be listed there. We also applied for the CoinMarketCap, but since we are not listed anywhere yet, they told us that they cannot put us now on the page, but everything is okay. So once we are listed, we have to provide the APIs and everything.
Is prepared already.
Yeah, we will be there. Don't worry, but just not now because they cannot pull data from anywhere yet.
Okay. Question: can we use Cardano wallet Yoroi to keep the token REVU token and receiving address? So you're gonna.
I can answer that.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to receive REVU tokens on any kind of Cardano wallet which is actually supporting Cardano native assets. But we avoided that for the start because we could do that. We could now send you tokens to some address that you give us, but we cannot be sure if that token is going to be able to show exact amount or either even the amount of the REVU tokens, or if you be even able to actually send them out to some kind of exchange or anything like that. So we want to be sure about that.
Yeah, it's about how the Cardano blockchain is constructed, and its the consequences of their design. Because it's not like you have an Ethereum network where you have ERC20 token. This is on Cardano. You have like, it's a native token, and it's only distinguished from Cardano by token registry, where you have the minting policy connected to your tokens. But when you look from the blockchain perspective, and what we see in a backend, it's you see Lovelaces. Lovelaces are like Satoshis for the bitcoins in Cardano ecosystem. And the only way how you can understand what is actually the Cardano, what is for example a REVU native token, is by the policy, and it's also by the number of the registration on the network.
It's about the decibel number also, which
yes.
support as well, and
yes.
sometimes those
yes, and we don't know how
make confusion.
Yes, and we don't know how other wallets are processing that at the moment, but and at the end you will be able to see it on Revuto token, and after that when there is a listing you will be able to send it there if you want, or whatever other approach you want to use.
Yeah, there's a question, how can I merge my referral tokens with my main wallet? Once when you get actually a real Cardano wallet on a blockchain, you're going to get all your tokens on that wallet. So those things going to be merged. And later on, you're going to be receiving all the referral tokens, or maybe even like the cashback or the tokens that you earn, having a vouchers or something like that. All those tokens are going to be at the same place. Do we have another question?
There's a question, yeah. Will the Cardano network create a market in the NFT space? So if there will, Revuto, if so, where will Revuto take place in this formation? Basically, we're building our own NFT platform.
Yes.
For trading and for everything.
Yes, that's also right. So at the moment we have 1,826. 26. I think that I'm right. I'm a CEO. 30. 20.
No, Andro is saying 30. 33.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, Vedran.
Okay, so yeah, we have early bird tier 1 investors. Each of those, they have their own unique NFTs. We had some really awesome graphic designer who worked on that for quite a time. And now we're gonna open, not now, but soon, we're gonna open that token sell NFT platform. Where they're gonna be actually able to switch NFTs between themselves. But none of them is going to be able to have more than one. But when they claimed their NFTs, there was we call that how was that, like that? It was not a randomizer. It was called randomizer. Yes, and they had the opportunity to get a preview of those NFTs, but there were too many NFTs and they couldn't see all of them. Now they are able to see all of them, and maybe some of them just, they're going to be willing to actually trade their own for some other, because if somebody is, I don't know, from Ireland and he wants, or from Turkey, and he wants NFT with the Turkey flag, then he's gonna wish to change that, to trade it, and we're gonna allow that to trade NFTs between themselves. And later on, we're gonna build our own NFT platform for everybody, where they're gonna be able to trade those NFTs with our community as well. Later on, we may add some other NFTs as well, but we're going to see how that's going to develop. That's just one part of what we're going to try to do to expand that Revuto ecosystem and to give more opportunity for people to be involved with the crypto and earn profits from it. But yeah, so it's a lot of work. Yeah.
As you can see, it's a very rich roadmap, but
Rich
we'll
road.
have a lot of new announcements and a lot of new product announcements by the end of this year. So essentially a lot of activities in Q4.
Will you be able to sell those NFT for Revuto later? Yes, you will be able to sell them. You will be able to buy them. You will be able to trade them, to offer your NFT plus some REVU tokens, or ask for some REVU tokens plus their NFT, whatever you want. You'll be able to do that on our NFT platform once it goes live. Currently, as we told you, as Vedran mentioned, we are working on, as Kristijan mentioned, we are working on integration of the wallet. I believe that'll be done by the end of the month, and after that,
but still we have already the new app update ready.
App is ready. Update is ready.
Update is ready.
Integration is coming, I believe, very, very soon by the end of the month, because I see a lot of questions.
Those who have NFTs, they're going to be already now able to see their NFTs in their
the next update.
Yeah.
And after that, exchanges are coming, and they have their own procedure. They have their own integration process and everything. We cannot do anything about it, but I believe that will also take.
Exchanges are coming. Now tell them a bit about that.
About exchanges.
This is the moment you've been waiting for.
I want to hear which one.
I'm listening about exchanges for, I believe, every day.
You're dreaming about it.
But yeah, I'm dreaming about exchanges. As I mentioned it was Instagram Live, I believe. Last month, we had negotiations with. We talked with 10 or 15 of them. We chose a few of them because there's a lot of, as we have a lot of investors who are waiting to invest the same way we have now. A lot of exchanges that would like to list us. Yes. We are now in the position where we can
choose in a way.
Choose in a way, and we believe that we chosen the right one. And now I can confirm that there is.
But we cannot say the name.
I cannot the same name, but don't worry, it's a tier 1.
Yeah, it's a tier 1 exchange, and we again didn't go to that easy path, so we didn't go. So we could go with some like low tier exchanges. But we don't want to do that, and we also don't want to go with many exchanges at once, because we don't want to spread the volume.
We are trying to keep. We don't want to spread the whole trading volume across a lot of exchanges. We can list now at 10 of them, but it doesn't make sense. We are trying to keep the trading volume at one place, maybe 2. So. In the September,
for
early
sure
October.
Be 2? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it will be 2 exchanges, and early October, I believe we are going to be. We don't know the exact date because
we're not allowed to.
Yes, can we talk a bit about the legal and then later on the technical aspects of getting listed? Because we cannot disclose a lot of information. We would want to, but we're not allowed.
Yeah. Also, we don't know because of the inside trading and everything. The exchanges told me that you will be listed in early October or late September, and that's it. We don't know. I cannot tell you the exact date because I don't know.
Yeah, but soon we're gonna actually have official announcements. With those exchanges, because also we prepared some marketing, joint marketing.
There's a lot of marketing incoming from their side, and also ours. Those listing fees and everything, that's not so cheap. So a lot of that are going for marketing.
Yes.
And it's going to be.
There are going to be some incentives also for the investors and for traders. So.
And while we're on the topic of listing, a lot of exchanges have never listed the native asset.
Yeah, it's the problem because everything when you try to list something, all the listing forms are created and
Adjusted for
adjusted.
ERC.
Yeah, adjusted for the. Sorry. All the listing forms are adjusted for ERC20 tokens.
Mainly.
And mainly, yeah,
Because they constitute the majority of.
yeah,
of
and
the
every
fee.
time you have to explain, yeah, we don't have smart contracts. Yeah, we don't have.
We don't need to do
We,
audit.
yeah, we
of
don't know
smart
to do.
contracts.
How come you don't have audit? Because we don't have smart contracts. But how come you don't have smart contracts? Because Cardano.
Exactly.
And it's a little bit. It's not a problem, but you have to explain all over again. And
How are you gonna do gas fees and things like that? So,
yeah. So you have to teach others.
Cardano Foundation is helping us with that.
Yeah,
That's-
we have
that's a good thing.
IOHK and Cardano Foundation who is helping out with the technical guides, with the integration and everything, same as they do with the wallet integration. But yeah, they have our back and.
Yeah.
I
So
think,
again,
Kristijan,
we
I
didn't
wanted to
want
say-
to go with the X markets
Yes.
or things like that, or exchanges like that, because
yeah.
they did that. They already listed some Cardano native tokens, but
Yeah, people saying, yeah, how come Revuto isn't anywhere and ADAX is on the X markets?
For example.
We don't know. We don't. It's not that we don't want X markets, but.
and the trading volume on the X markets.
I
is not.
believe that we can do better. Okay. So
That's the point.
let's stay there.
And we're gonna do better, much better.
And someone also asked about the roadmap, etc. I don't. Okay, I know, guys, that it's always about the deadlines. But if you want to do things properly, then you need to accept that sometimes deadlines will be moved. It's I'm in development for like 15, 16 years, and I think there was just few times that we didn't move the deadline, and it was not about that we want to move it because we don't know what to do. It's completely opposite. We know what we need to do and what we need to add to make it better. So that's why sometimes you have those roadmap deadlines moved further. Also, in regards to, for example, in regards to wallet integration and native tokens, where I see the opportunity for Revuto, and okay, Vedran can stop me if he doesn't
Josipa,
like the
Italy
idea.
loves you.
I love Italy.
Vedran can stop me
Pizza all day pizza.
if he doesn't like the idea. But the thing is that if we are going to launch the Air Fund, we are also be able to offer other native wallets in which Revuto will support, to offer them the whole infrastructure for to handle their challenges which we had. So that's why it's so important for us to understand all the technical details, to grab as much as we can from the know-how, and to provide really the best service which we can for users and future token CEOs or whatever.
Yeah, I think you can see a theme here. So whenever we have a choice to do something quick and not so good, we always choose a different route, which is let's invest much more time, much more resources, but let's do things properly and let's set up ourselves for success in the long run. So for example, the R Fund is a clear testament to our long-term objectives and the grand vision. Us insisting on tier 1 exchanges as well, us having such an ambitious roadmap with deadlines that unfortunately, due to a lot of moving parts and the fact that we're doing a lot of these things first, is just the small price we get to pay, but to do things properly. So for our long-term token holders, I think they'll be quite happy in the long run. But for those who just want to speculate in the short run, we may not be a good fit.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say about deadlines. Are also trust. The trust begins with the one point, and that's that you need to trust us. That's how trust begins. We cannot, we cannot force you to trust us, but I understand that someone likes the deadlines, but like I said, if you know what you are doing and if you want the quality, I definitely then can prove that those deadlines were moved because of the good reason. And that's, if I invested, for example, 3 weeks to understand the cryptography, that's something, you know. And if you don't believe me, you can always find me on LinkedIn and I can show you. So
But again,
that's how I can build the trust.
Regarding the roadmap is not something that is set in stone. So
Yeah.
we already wrote that in our white paper.
White paper, exactly.
Yeah.
It's in quarters, not in exact dates, and that's done for a
It
reason.
may change according to what is even possible to build on Cardano. That's first thing, and then there's so many other things that depend.
Yes, also, and regarding listings, there's a lot of procedure to do something like that. Beside the technical thing, you also have to have the legal opinions of the law firms. Then there you have to find the law firms who will do that.
We chose
we chose
two
not
independent.
only one. Yeah,
Yeah,
two independent, and that's a really good one.
Yeah. And then you need to
explain
explain everything to them, you know, how we work.
You explain everything to them,
yeah.
then they're starting to create the whole legal opinion, then
Yes.
they give you legal opinion, then you have to send it to the exchange. Then
and they have their own opinion.
Yeah, and they have to review it, and once they review it, you have to wait, they review it, they send you back, then you put a change, and all over again, so it's not the one day, so we can be listed tomorrow.
And sometimes it's really difficult because, for instance, they said, you know, we had a thing. This is also important to understand that the white paper may change because we need to change it because we want to be within the rules and all those legal things and laws.
Exactly. So Ben said a really interesting point. So once you figure out all of these things for Revuto, you can then take the knowledge and experience gained and provide it as a service to other projects launching in the Cardano ecosystem. That's exactly why we have our fund. That's exactly why we want to support the projects in the Cardano ecosystem, because we went through it the first. We did several things. Probably, we had to work closely with the IOHK technical team on development. We had to work closely with the Cardano Foundation regarding listings, and that's exactly why we want to support the next project that comes here, so that they don't have to go through the procedures that we went. We can help them both with capital, both with advice, both with the technical knowledge, with our products. So that's the vision.
That's exactly what Josipa said. That's the point. How if you guys want to make Revuto or Cardano price going up, how it works in the blockchain space and in crypto space is that you need to invest your time and working with that ecosystem. Not just we who are working on Revuto, but also you guys who are the end users. That's how blockchain and crypto currency becomes stronger and stronger. And it's not just about technical side. It's also there is a lot of stuff going on now with the regulation. And the regulation is always connected to the technical side, and there's really comprehensive knowledge which we plan to offer to others coming into crypto space.
Yeah.
How much
for that shoe?
This is the best question ever.
The shoe is getting a lot of people triggered.
We can make the first NFT digital twin of the shoes, but also if you buy the NFT, you get the physical. So I can promote it right now.
It's custom for our CEO, so he has the only
custom built.
It's
custom built REVU shoe. REVU Air Jordan.
Okay, now there is a question. Good afternoon, Revuto team. Will there be in the future, perhaps
Physical
not
cards.
too far away, a Revuto card for payments also outside the online service sector? That's the plan, to issue one day to send you over not only virtual but physical debit card. But the problem with the physical debit cards is you may realize that already it's always like IML policy, because you can use those physical cards on ATMs and you can spend a lot of money and people are doing all kind of things, and then regulators are they're not looking so bright on those situations. So even now we have really painful due diligence process about IML and KYC for our company. So that is going to happen in the future, of course, because we promised that and we're going to deliver, but not so soon. Maybe by the end of the next year. So when Lambo, guys? Every night before we go to bed.
Yeah, we like to read the best and funniest comments every night, and every day we stand surprised because there's such an amount of insane comments that the admins get.
Yeah, if you see us laughing now, we are reading your comments. Davor Šuker, brother.
Yeah, Davor Šuker,
Revu shoes
brat.
we want. You're the best thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
He actually sent like 20 to 30 times the same questions. So
Yeah.
thank you
We
for
appreciate
being.
the
Yeah, we appreciate that so much. And I was just waiting that someone answers to you. So thank to you.
Listing date again.
not
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, listing date, I believe.
Unfortunately, not tomorrow.
Either late September, either early October. We are doing everything in our power to be by
We
the
would
end
be
of
the
the month.
happiest if that could happen.
Yeah, if
tomorrow.
someone will be the happiest, that will be us to do it right away. But as we told you, there's a big process behind the whole thing. Rarity of and attributes of NFT.
So NFT. Why we decided to actually do those NFTs at the first place? So there was a round called Early Bird Tier 1 round, and we said that we actually want to have some retail investors that are going to support us on a long term. Because what happens, even those things were happening in our private round. So there's so many crypto VCs who actually promote themselves as a long-term investors and everything, but then what they request from projects is really painful terms, low prices, big discounts, and the way to dump those tokens as soon as they can. So we decided not to allow that, and we said we're gonna actually structure the whole token sale to have a smaller private round in which we actually have only just one VC investor. And then we said, Cardano has a great community, great supporters, and we're going to allow small retail investors to invest in us, in us, and to invest on those even like private investor terms. So we decided to give them those guys NFT as a gift, as a reward, and as a proof that they were first investors in first public token sale on Cardano, because our public token sale was the first one, although there were some other projects that did token sales, but just big private rounds. But still, we're going to allow them to actually capitalize on those NFTs later on and trade them if they want. We would suggest them to hold those NFTs, and to make gains on that. And that was the main purpose of those NFTs, because we are actually not the NFT company. We're going to support NFTs, but we have a different business case.
How will you be able to dominate the subscription market?
How?
We are the only one. That's the first thing. And
how?
We are the first one who connected the crypto world with subscriptions.
Exactly. And we also have a very competitive offering for consumers, especially for those who, when Rimac, whenever, soon.
Rimac, are you listening?
I think that's better than Lambo, definitely.
Yeah, we would prefer Rimac.
Definitely. Without competition.
But about subscriptions, okay.
But about subscriptions, yes, we have a very competitive offering for consumers, which essentially get to use our service for free. They only get to pay a small as we call a protection fee, only for those subscriptions when they approve. So for example, we expect the average consumer to have 3 to 5 subscriptions. It would be your Netflix, your Spotify, your HBO Max, etc. And essentially the month where you block your subscriptions, you don't get to pay anything. So it's completely free, and you only pay when you approve, and it's a small fee. On the flip side, for businesses, for example, if you own a marketing agency, if you own a developer agency, and you have a lot of SaaS products, which are primarily development, marketing, design, you get to pay a monthly fee to manage up to 15 or more subscriptions in this way. So there'll be more info at the moment when we announce the feature of virtual debit cards, which, as Vedran said, we expect it all to happen in Q4 this year. So you'll see all of the updates on our business model. But the short answer would be, first of all, we're the only way to pay for subscriptions via crypto. And if you stake REVU, you get to enjoy subscriptions or forget about them for life. So that's very competitive offering. And on the other side, if you're a non-crypto user, we have a really good offering for you as a consumer, but also as a business. And the moment we launch the virtual debit cards feature, you'll be the first one to know on what the exact precise business model looks like.
Yes, but I'm going to just also try to explain why Revuto, why not some other subscription service that may help you to manage your subscriptions. So first of all, most of those services are just simple subscription management services that can track what you're spending by browsing your transactional accounts or history. They cannot actively manage what you're paying for. You can do that only by actually issuing a debit card, which you can pre-authorize with your service provider. So what happens with those notifiers or just like trackers? You can get alarms, set up alarm or things like that. Your notification, you can even get an email to unsubscribe on time, and even like they can help you how to unsubscribe. But if you don't do it by yourself, you're going to be charged. With the Revuto is different because you're not actually giving or pre-authorizing your personal debit or credit cards with the service providers. We give you number of Revuto card which you're going to use with the service provider to pre-authorize, and then you're going to be saved from any unwanted subscription charge. Once when due date comes and when they want to charge you, you're going to get the notification what you want to do. So we have on our t-shirts, your subscription, your money, your decision. Do I have it?
No, you have a
I have an old
sleepy Revuto.
Okay, but we
it's
have
also
shirts.
good.
Come on,
Yeah.
shirt is there.
There's
Show
also a question on when will the t-shirts be available. There'll be merch available soon. So
was it right? Yeah, your subscriptions, your money, your decision. So you're gonna get the notification if you wanna block, snooze, or approve that subscription. And then if you opt to block it, then you basically don't need to even unsubscribe because they're not going to be able to take your money from that card. If you opt to snooze the payment, that's actually an awesome way how you can postpone the decision if you want to pay something or not. Why is that? Why we are allowing that? Because some subscriptions, they allow you that grace period. That's the period when you don't necessarily have to pay for that subscription, even if the due date is done. So because they allow you to use that service for a certain period of time, even if you don't pay, and that is going to help you actually to maximize your cash flow potential. You know, because sometimes if you leave your card, you know, it's first come, first served thing. You know, so if, for instance, Dropbox is tomorrow and Netflix is next day, then Dropbox is going to charge you, and if you have money only to pay for one subscription, then you're not going to be able to pay for Netflix. But Netflix is really fast. You know, if you don't pay them just 1 or 2 days, they're going to suspend your service. Dropbox is not. Dropbox is going to allow you to actually use their service for 30 days or more if you don't pay them. So it's a great thing to actually manage your payments, and then is then it's a function to approve payments, so you basically just pay for that. But we're gonna even tell you if there is a change of pricing, or change of a due date, or something like that, or even like change of the billing cycle. And that's something that other services cannot offer you. And then, of course, leveraging crypto with those subscription payments is something that is really awesome, because you know, with crypto you can actually pay at the end less than you would pay with the fiat money, and you can put your money to work with, for you by staking those REVU tokens. We can incentivize the whole setup with the referral program, with the rewards, with the cashback. That is really awesome, and the cashback that can grow as the whole ecosystem grows, because if the price goes up and just for by getting 4% of the cashback, that 4% now, it may be a small percentage, but at the end, if the price of the REVU token is going to go up, then, you know, it may cover the whole subscription. So many things that we offer. For instance, you can easily switch the source of payments or top up for that virtual debit card. It can be crypto, it can be any other debit or a credit card. We have some other things coming also for topping up. So a lot of things.
Just one question was, when will the virtual debit cards be live? They will be live by the end of the year, although with different geographies, they'll be released at a different pace, I think. Starting
Yes.
November, yes.
Yeah. Starting November. Yeah.
And that is also like we are pacing the KYC as well, because let's talk a bit about that. So we
Sorry, can I just answer? But he have a great question about how you pay subscriptions with Revuto. So basically, we have this is the part when Electrocoin exchange are coming. Electrocoin will. So you will send your REVU tokens to them. They will buy it and send fiat.
But that's
to
But that's automatic.
Yeah, it's automatically, just so you know what's happening behind the scenes.
Yes.
You will be paying with crypto, but Electrocoin will be the one who will buy your crypto and send fiat to your MasterCard. So virtual debit card, which will be MasterCard, right? And then once you click to approve the subscription for example, Netflix, they will receive the fiat. They don't know with which cryptocurrency or even that cryptocurrency is included, because they're accepting not cryptos, but they're accepting MasterCard and they're accepting fiat. So we don't care if Netflix, or what did you ask, somebody else create their own tokens. It doesn't affect us at all.
Yeah, maybe in the future we're going to support also some other Cardano native tokens and use them as a source of a top-up for our virtual debit cards, but that's for the future.
There's a question again about cap and t-shirts. We have our t-shirts here, but essentially you can keep an eye on our social media channels, and there will be merch.
You know what we can do? We can maybe like pick like 3 best questions and
we can,
them t-shirts. We already sent some t-shirts to our...
Yes, we have Tina here.
Tina, come here.
Tina. She's the magician behind all of our content, especially videos, Instagram. So if you enjoy her quizzes...
Tell us a bit about shirts. Come here.
Listen.
Use the shoe. Come on, use the shoe.
Sit here. I'll be back later.
Filip ide.
No, they said.
Technical problems.
No, they're not.
Hi. We have a supporter on Instagram who calls me Tombola Lady, so that's my official name.
I'm curious, what's
Technical
my name?
problems. Just Vex.
Just Vex.
Just Vex. Hi. Yes, I think we can give some t-shirts, right?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Because
we
we
can.
have a box full of t-shirts. Not full of, but we have some.
But we have enough. Can we scroll some comments?
Okay. You thinking that
Or we can pick the best at the end, because there still might be some questions maybe.
Best
that we
question
forgot.
is when Lambo, so we're gonna For him, for sure.
We have, as Josh said, we have kind of a little rebranding going on, and we will be ready next month. But after that, we will have some merch. Can we say that? Yes.
Yes.
I think you'll be very pleased with that, and we'll probably give some out as we did for the quizzes. But it was just getting too much every week, and we had to stop that a little. It's really hard to please everyone with the marketing, on the marketing side, because we have the crypto community and we have the rest of the world. I mean, the rest of our supporters, which are mostly in it for the app and the subscription management features that come later on. So there's always one side that is bored to death and unhappy. But we have a strategy and we have a plan, so don't worry.
We have a lot of positive comments flowing in. Tombola lady, me daddy.
Yes.
Dino, come here.
Come, Dino. Come.
Dino, you can tell them a bit about the next big event that we're going to be present at. I'm going to be present at Cardano Summit next week in Zagreb, because Zagreb was so lucky, but because of us and other partner. There is other project that is also launching on Cardano soon, Block Academia. We're going to have a Cardano Summit in Zagreb next week, and then next weekend I'm going to be in Berlin. Where I'm going to meet with the guys from Cardano as well, and yeah, we're going to be there, but later.
Okay, thank
in
you,
October.
X, but I wasn't expecting that we will be
announcing that
at this point, but anyway, in October, we are going to be, Revuto is going to be the third largest investor or sponsor, as you wanted it, in World Blockchain Summit in Dubai. So that is something we are looking forward to, and that will be a great event that Revuto will bring branding. The brand of Revuto will reach worldwide as it should be. So we hope to see you there if you can.
Josipa gonna have a keynote, then she's gonna also run the panel and
also there's going to be, on the first day, is going to be 20 minutes of a keynote that Jos will present Revuto, and also she will be in a panel discussion about 45 minutes. Yes, bring the beers.
Come on. It's easier to talk with a beer in hand.
I want one.
I lost my mojo.
Sorry. Thank you.
Guys, this is the first time that we are doing this, so we are a bit nervous. Yeah.
So yes, Josipa is going to be on the discussion panel for 45 minutes, and after that we're going to be also a lunch sponsor. So we'll have 10 minutes of speaking opportunity, where we'll also thank all the people who attend the event and also promote Revuto in that way as well.
Yeah. I'm going to now tell you a bit about the KYC, and sometimes I get questions why everybody is not allowed to go through the KYC. The thing is that we have the list of more than 2.5 million people who sign up to get early access to the app. Now we allowed 100,033 or 31, it was today, 1,000 users to actually download the app and to register with it. And the KYC procedure for some of those is different than from others, because from those coming from the European Union, they need to go through the full KYC. To be able to use virtual debit cards, they need to go through the proof of address. And others, we call it Mickey Mouse KYC or KYC Lite. So, but also, those guys are not here. We have a support team that is supporting all those who have problems with the KYC. And the thing is that we decided not to allow everybody to go through the KYC at once, because it would be really hard on our support team, impossible for them to deal with all those requests. So for now we are letting between 5 and 10,000. I believe now we're gonna switch to 10,000 to make things faster. But eventually, and hopefully everybody's gonna go through the KYC by the end of the year. And that is something that we cannot change. So it's such a big demand for our app. So
yeah, it's a big demand, but we have to make sure that everything is running smoothly and properly. As we mentioned previously, we have a fintech component, we have a crypto component. We're really trying to do things as robust and safe as possible. There's a question about security. We'll ask Kristijan as soon as he returns.
Yes.
I think he went to the bathroom. So. So we're managing the load, and we want to make sure that we don't have any negative experiences for anyone. Kristijan, we have a question for...
Regarding the KYC, so we are not doing KYC by ourselves. We have a KYC verification partner, and then for those who are gonna be able to use and get Revuto virtual debit cards, they are going through the KYC with our card issuing partners. So that's something that takes time because they are opening account for each of those actual banking account.
Okay, so can I grab the security question?
Yes, please.
Grab it.
Okay, about the security procedures, of course, I cannot disclose every of them, but the thing is that we will definitely do a decentralized security. We will definitely use a multi-signature security. We will definitely divide read and write, actually the deposit and withdraw. Cardano nodes, Cardano wallets and CLIs. We will use enterprise architecture. Some of them will be on cloud. Some of them will be dedicated. Our servers. Definitely, we will use something like HashiCorp Vault, which is quite amazing tool to use, and it's open source until you self-managed it. We will isolate in multiple subnets, in multiple VPCs. We will have our internal decentralized Percona enterprise database, which will be completely encrypted on REST and from REST and data point of view. We will have monitoring agents. Our DevOps and DevSec are really good in security, more than like 10 years of experience, which are in a huge system. So, and definitely there will be no any kind of automatic withdrawal of tokens. We will use everything in batch transactions. Before that, we will calculate the drafts. We will see everything around a user account, possibilities, is he really allowed the transfer, etc. So those are procedures which we are using, but the way and precise how is something what we are keeping, closed, so that we do not want to disclose any kind of
secret sauce.
Yeah, secret sauce, and make attack vector bigger. So
Andro, don't be afraid.
And also one great thing is about the security itself. Like I said, we are deep into understanding multi-party computational wallet infrastructure, which is one of the best way to protect assets. For example, in that particular way, how you use the wallet is that one computation comes from the institution and the other computation comes from the user itself. Those computations are then merged together so that you can release the tokens from the certain address. On that way, you can let's say decentralize your way of doing the computation for the root key or derivations. But on the other side, you are not using the multi-sig procedure. And you can read about the multi-party computation. It's not something what comes with like a year ago. It's on the market a long time, from 90s. But in 2019, they created an algorithm which can be used for the blockchain itself. So it's quite new and quite exciting to make it.
Okay, thank you, Kristijan. I have idea. So we have a t-shirts here, so I'm gonna say, so first come, first serve, send us an email with your name and address to the, which address? info@revuto.com. That's it, info@revuto.com, so we may have like 10 or 15 shirts. So name, address, and size.
Yes.
And male or female
The
or
support team
something
will kill
in
us.
the middle.
The support team will
I would
kill
also like to
Support team is gonna kill us, but who cares?
I would take this opportunity to have a big shout out to our international admins. They are working really, really hard. I will not name them all because there are more than 10 of them. And also a big thank you for our community of international Telegram groups. If you can, please join the group that is in your native language, so it can help you out to discuss Revuto in your language.
Okay, so we have a question about marketing on football fields. Yeah, you may already notice that we are marketing ourselves in the UK on sports events, football fields, they call it soccer, then rugby, national rugby and cricket league. We're gonna try to continue doing that on in other countries, but more about that later. The thing is that either those slots are already taken or they're very, very expensive, but we are looking into ways to how promote Revuto on those sport events. Okay, so we have, what kind of project do you think to launch with your Launchpad in future? That's a good question. So we thought that it may be good to go with DEXs, with these decentralized exchanges, but the thing is that they already have plans how to launch their own tokens, so they're not so interested in launching their tokens on our Launchpad. So maybe, you know, it would be good to go with some DeFi, with some projects that are introducing DeFi protocols, also like micro lending, stable coins as well. Although we have a plan to do our own stable coin. We're gonna see how that's gonna develop, because the stable coin needs to be regulated, and it's also a painful thing to do it, not so painful technically, but yeah.
And I think quite important step will be the technical part of the team.
Yes,
You know,
yes,
and capabilities, definitely.
yes, but now we are exploring, we are searching, and we are talking to some of those teams, and hopefully we're gonna announce something by the end of this month. Hopefully, if not then early next month as well, because we wanna invest. We are ready to invest, and we wanna start working on those partnerships. Marketing Institute.
Yes, Vedran, that is very important. In Dubai, we will also connect with many, not only investors, but many developers and projects that will try to find a way to work with, and they will try to even more develop our own token and our own story of Revuto.
Yeah, we already had some also good meetings with other crypto projects. I can talk about that. For instance, we had a call with the Chainlink, and we're gonna partner with them to work together, because we have a good use case to work with those guys. Your support is gonna kill us. It's gonna kill you. Yeah. That's Marco from support. Okay, so what else we do?
Do you have any questions? Interesting? That deserve this shirt? Maybe?
Yeah.
I would definitely
First
give the
I-
shirt to the guy. I think his name is Hassan. He gave me great questions about security and technical details, and so I will definitely,
Okay.
you know,
To give him.
give him.
But still,
From my side.
yeah, but he needs to send us an email and to
Yes.
send all the details, because we don't know,
Yes.
you know, to whom.
So
and
Hassan, if you're still watching, just send the email to info.
Hassan, be quick. Okay,
quick.
your first ICO on Cardano. Is it because Cardano chose you, or is it by chance? So no, we decided actually to do an ICO on Cardano. because of those reasons that I already mentioned before. We also had good support from Cardano itself, because I personally I'm involved with the crypto community from 2017, early 2017, and I know a lot of people from the business. And luckily, from our country, from Croatia, there are some people working directly for IOHK from the region as well. So I'm going to meet with those guys in Berlin. And they helped us. We were also promoted on Cardano 360 a couple of times. They helped us by supporting us officially through their own official channels. That was really awesome. So yeah, we just decided to go with the Cardano. We believe in Cardano. We think that it's awesome blockchain, and great things are going to come. And it was an opportunity, because the Cardano ecosystem, as I said before, it's yet ready to explode. As a tier 1 investor, can I join those ICOs? Yes, you can. Yeah, everybody's going to be allowed to invest. Will you launch every project, or you will check them and pick one? Yeah, we're going to pick for sure. Because we're going to choose, we're not going to choose those that we don't feel comfortable with, or we don't think that their team is great, good enough, experienced enough, or if they don't have a good business case. Because in crypto there's so many things going on, but we still think that some fundamentals needs to be there, and you need to have a good business case, sustainable business case. And that's a good thing about the Revuto, because we have a business case that is in a way connected to the real world scenario. So even though if crypto market sentiment is not up to the level, if market crashes, still, people are gonna have their subscriptions, they're gonna pay for their subscriptions, and eventually they're gonna use Revuto to pay for those subscriptions, because only with Revuto they're gonna get all those benefits. And we're gonna actually help them to save their money. So this is really something that is awesome. Many of those crypto projects, they're strictly connected to crypto setups, and then if the market goes down, then people lose interest in those setups. So that's the thing.
Yeah. And about what I think about the Launchpad also, which is great value for Cardano ecosystem, is that what you guys need to understand, regulation and compliance and the AML are more and more complicated for the crypto-based projects. So, for example, I'm doing a technical side, but at the end I need to understand the compliance and regulation. And what I found out in the June 2021 from the EU Commission, they investigated the ICOs, which were I think from 2017 and 2019, and 80% of them were flagged as fraudulent. So in the EU, so that's a really huge number. Most of them are just an idea and the concepts. So with the Air Fund and all this Launchpad, there is a huge opportunity for Revuto itself to mitigate all those risks for future ICOs, because how I see that regulation will come, that you will not, and at the moment you are not able to do ICO with any exchange-based license, let's call it like that, or at least to implement AML and KYC for the exchange. And I think that's a great thing to use it in Air Fund and for all other projects.
Yeah, and I would absolutely completely second that. And also regarding exact dates. So what we would like to kindly ask is, we've explained on the deadlines, on not giving specific dates, both for our roadmap, also for our listing. So the best way to make sure you have the exact date is to follow our social media channels. Primarily, it's Telegram, it's Twitter, and there we'll have an announcement in time, which will be kind of an official announcement where you'll have all the information needed and the exact date. So instead of giving any estimates now, what we can say is that a bunch of the new updates that we talked about today, ranging from product all the way to listing, it's all happening in Q4. But for the exact date, please make sure to to follow our social media channels, and you'll have the exact information. So Vedran just asked a question: who do you like the most from the Revuto team? Listing King, which is Filip. So here we have our Listing King. Then we have KG, which is the blockchain dude, myself, and Vex. so 13. 17 votes. Oh, you guys are voting. It's interesting. It's interesting.
So, is there an exact date for the Launchpad? No, there isn't. We're gonna also announce great partnership regarding that, because Launchpad is something that we're not gonna do by ourselves. That's also like the news. So we're gonna get help from the guys who actually helped some other great blockchain projects. You're gonna learn about that soon, and yeah, they're gonna help us. That still doesn't mean that we're not gonna launch maybe before end of the year some project on our token sale platform, but the full Launchpad, I'm not sure if it's gonna be available before end of the year.
Yeah. You'll have the official update when we have it on our channels. But in terms of the general updates, what we can say is that there'll be a bunch of news by the end of Q4. As Vedran mentioned, Technical Forces will be joining our team. We will have some announcements soon. Some extremely impressive teams that have a good traction and a very relevant one for us. And there's been a lot of talk about Haskell and how exotic the programming language is. We'll have some updates on that as well, but it'll all happen in due time.
Yeah, but regarding the ICO, it's not about just setting up everything technically. It's also you need to prepare for the ICO. So a lot of things needs to click. And it takes time.
So there's a question, will you join the World Blockchain Summit in Dubai next month? Yes, we've answered that question. Dino, our international community, not just joining. We're one of the biggest
diamond sponsor, yeah.
Yes, we're a diamond sponsor. You can meet the Listing King himself in person.
Yes.
We'll have a presence there. We'll be.
I'm not gonna be there, but you're gonna be there.
Yes, I'm gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there. Andro gonna be there.
This suspicious-looking guy is gonna be there, and Dino is gonna be there.
We'll have a lot of our team members in Dubai. Yes.
Come to Dubai. Okay, I think that we can wrap this up because I think. If somebody wants to answer.
If you have any more questions.
So will the Launchpad give options like stake for partner token? So regarding that Launchpad, so it's not going to be a typical Launchpad. For the beginning, we're going to just have that investing pool, and we're going to invest. So you're not going to be directly investing in those projects, but you're going to be investing in investing pool, and then we're going to take the money out of that pool to help those projects. Later on, we may change that, okay? Because, if anything, we want to help the ecosystem to grow, but for those kind of things, also we need smart contracts on higher level and to automate everything. So it's not so easy to do a proper Launchpad the same way as you do it on Ethereum network. Do you think to advertising in China? Dino?
We have some China activities. Yes. Some are happening right away.
Yeah,
some
we have private investor from China who is actually helping us to conquer China market. Tell us a bit about that.
Chinese market is very specific.
As you know, all countries have their regulations that we have to consider before we can do anything in those countries. So we have to respect, and when you respect the country rules, then you can get all the benefits. So our advisor and marketing specialist in China, Danny, he is the one who is doing all the marketing and deciding what to do and how to do it in China, so we get the best exposure and following all the rules that we have to follow.
This poll is not going well. Sorry to interrupt you.
It's going well for us.
For me, it's not going
It's
so
a tight poll, but there's a lot of love for Jordans in the comment. They're
Guys, I'm one vote away. Please, listing king.
Listing king.
When exactly will be able to buy and cancel membership with the application? In November.
Starting November.
Drink responsibly. Yeah, I am. I'm trying. Okay, I think that this is gonna be enough for the first.
Can wrap it up.
Yeah, Ask Me Anything event. Jos.
We would like to thank everyone from the community for joining us. A lot of the questions were amazing. Thank you for taking the time and joining us on this session. Thank you to all of our wonderful team members, to Andro, our Telegram, our master Telegram admin, Dino, International Communities, Filip, Partnerships, Kristijan, Blockchain Specialist, one and only Vedran, Tina, our Content Manager. So thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we're looking forward to making this, a custom. So every now and then,
Listing King is winning, of course.
Listing King is winning. There can only be one king.
Politics,
so
man. It's always politics.
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Thank you, guys. We won't disappoint you.
We will make you proud in Dubai.
Yes,
that's
see you in
from
Dubai.
us for today. We'll try to do
more of these in the future. Yes.
You deserve it. The community is great, so you guys deserve all of this. So we'll do it again.
Okay.
Soon.
Cheers.
Drink responsibly.
Ciao.
Cheers, guys.